restaurants around the valley to provide Barrett students with a new dinner option each Thursday night. To execute our business plan, we worked closely with a mentor, Mrs. Weber, who is the Vice President of the Human Resources at Libby Glass Company, which is a company that works closely with other restaurants to provide glasses with them. So she knows the dynamics of how to work with the restaurant, and she helped us work with our entrepreneurship plan and make sure all of our processes are flowing together seamlessly. So our community, we decided to focus in on the Barrett community, and since most students at ASU don't have a car or access to one, they're limited to the same food options each week, such as the dining halls, the Memorial Union, the Pod, and other local restaurants around campus. And eating at these restaurants every week results in boredom, a distaste for the food, and lower levels of satisfaction at the food options on ASU campus. So with Fork It, Barrett students will be able to enjoy unique restaurants and have a change of pace and have something to look forward to each week with a new restaurant.
Okay, and so like Sally said, Fork It will be resolving the issue of repetitive feelings that students may be experiencing by not having a very broad spectrum of restaurants available to them. And so each week, like she said, on Thursday evenings, Fork It will be providing food from restaurants across the valley, and they'll be in the teepee room so we can monitor who comes in and out. And this food will be ranging from any type of food you can imagine, Mexican, Italian, and it will be through either a customer loyalty program or a guest premium price, which we will get into later into the presentation. And there will be vegetarian options available for students so we can accommodate more Barrett students.
So our competitors are the Barrett Dining Hall, the Pod, the MU, and other restaurants around campus. But Fork It will be unique in the aspect that the food is coming from local restaurants around the valley, and these restaurants won't be found anywhere on campus, so students won't have eaten there recently, so they can enjoy newer options. And with this variety, students without a car are able to enjoy newer dining options, while students with a car are able to enjoy the convenience of having the restaurants right there within their own Barrett community, so they don't have to drive out and get the food. Also, Fork It will not generalize the food taste of all students, but rather will take the input and suggestions of students of what restaurants they would like to come in, and so they can choose what they want to eat each Thursday night. But most of all, the accessibility, freshness, and uniqueness of Fork It will allow Fork It to be the ultimate dinner experience each Thursday night.
Okay, so when incoming or returning students sign up for their meal plan, they will have a choice to they'll have a choice to choose the Fork It subscription, which does include everything that has been previously been said. It's $198 per semester, and if you don't buy the subscription, you can go there for an individual basis, paying $12 per meal instead of the $11. That would be if you had this subscription. And to get like into the TV room, you would have to have your ID card synced up with the subscription so they know that you paid for it. And to get the word out about our subscription, we'll be contacting like ASU and setting up posters, panels, sending out emails, and getting the word out to incoming and returning Barrett students.
Great. When looking at ideal customers, we're really focused on 3 different aspects of students on campus. On a more basic level, it's just students who can afford the $198 per semester cost. We're also targeting Barrett students because it's going to be located inside the Barrett dining community. Barrett students who have a meal plan but maybe aren't satisfied with the options that it provides. On top of that, since we're bringing in different restaurants that students may have not tried before, we're targeting students who are like a little more open-minded or willing to expand on their palette of food and try different foods. On top of that, we're looking especially for students who want to make Barrett a more wholesome community, since they're not only catering to their own food or their own dining needs, but also the needs of like the rest of the Barrett community.
Okay, so we have sort of an ambitious estimate of 1,200 customers for the first semester, and we think that about 90% of those would be students who purchased the subscription at the beginning of the semester, whereas 10% would be students who just buy meals on an individual basis. So the $198 at the beginning of the semester averages out to $11 per meal as a cost. If you don't have the subscription, like Josh mentioned, you pay $12 per meal. And we decided that we would keep the costs paid to the restaurants from which we purchase the food at or below $9. So if you look at this first sort of equation here, you can see that our semester operating costs is around $194,000. And that factors in not only the cost of the food, but also the costs for tables and plates and silverware, as well as $70 for the hardware that is required to scan ID cards. And our revenue, we think, will be around $240,000. And we delineate, of course, between the subscription revenue and the individual meal revenue, as you can see. And that brings us to about a $44,000 net profit at the end of the semester. I think it's probably more likely that will be around $40,000. I think this $5,000 is could act to absorb any costs that might arise from transportation or any other logistical things or labor that might be required. But overall, we think $40K is a reasonable estimate for the first semester. So that's our presentation. We thank you for the opportunity to present it to you guys, and if you have any questions, we'd love to answer them.
Do you have like any restaurants in mind, like, or?
The restaurants we were thinking, they'll be kind of farther away from campus to like add a greater variety, but ultimately the students can choose which restaurants they want. So it'd be your guys' input to whatever you want.
I don't have any idea because I'm not from here, so basically if somebody asked me, where's a good place to eat in Tempe, I'd probably say the dining hall. It's